Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Whether you need a website, domain or online store, make your next move with Squarespace. In this video, I try to take on a bit more of a vloggy, diaristic approach. Kinda worked, kinda didn't. Let's see. Hello, it is Sunday. And it's the hottest day of the year so far, which is really great because we're on the way to go and shoot a music video inside, in apparently a room that behaves like a greenhouse. So, I'm with Bailey and Elliot, and we're gonna make something cool. This music hasn't come out yet. It's lit! So, the shoot went well. However, being the hottest day of the year, it was kind of insufferable. It was very intense, and for the whole day, I've kind of been melting. I'm about to have my third ice cream of the day just to kind of try and cope with it. I was just wondering, how many steps do you do in a normal working day? Done like over 20,000 for the last 3 days in a row, and I'm starting to feel a bit dead. Leave me a comment and let me know. So I got a roll of film developed this week for Bailey, my girlfriend, and it was in a camera she hasn't shot really for a while. Turns out it was really a while. This roll kind of spanned the last 2 years, and something I thought was really interesting was I managed to have like 5 different haircuts across this one roll of film. I just thought it was funny, thought I'd share that with you. I wonder how many other people have managed to achieve this trait before. Just letting you know. So today's Wednesday, and to be honest, on Tuesday I did absolutely nothing. I kind of moped around in a puddle, eating a few too many ice creams because it was just unbearable to actually get much work done. I did log the footage and kind of start to make a dent in the edit of that music video we shot on Monday, but this is reality. I don't do good stuff every day, so here's to hopefully a better Wednesday, but spoiler alert, probably going to be more of the same. I am, however, on a walk at the moment, just kind of exploring my new local area. It's pretty nice. Unsurprisingly, I'm back out with the Minolta TC1. This is going to be the camera that I go around and take photos with most of the time. However, I've mixed up this time. I bought a film I haven't bought in a long time, partially out of choice, partially because there was no other options and film seems to be just sold out everywhere at the moment, but I picked up some Lomo Color 400, which, to be honest, I don't think I've shot it in like 3 years, so I'm pretty excited to see how these come out. I have to say, the Lomo Color 400 came out pretty underwhelming. I don't know what happened with it. Normally, this camera kind of exposes everything perfectly, and I've got the ISO set manually, so there's definitely like nothing went wrong. I double checked it. But everything seems to just be like a bit muddy and underexposed, which is strange considering like how bright it was. I don't know whether that confused the camera, but you know, it's okay, but they're not the best photos. I only bought this film because I couldn't buy any of the other stuff I normally shoot because everything seems to be out of stock at the moment. So to be honest, for the next like 5 days, I completely fell off the vlog train. Wasn't very good. However, I was living life, you know. It was my anniversary with Bailey, and we just spent some time in the real world. I also needed to go home and get my hair cut and pick up some stuff, and you know, it was like a 4-hour travelling in one day, and you know, it's just not every day do I do something that's that exciting or entertaining. So, another day, I'm on the way to a music studio, weirdly, to meet up with a guy called Christian Alexander, who is a musician that we're hopefully going to be working with under Uncanny. So we're going to go listen to some of his music and plan some things. This music hasn't come out yet. It's lit! So I hadn't been to the cinema for about 3 years. And the other day, out of nowhere, I just decided to book some tickets. I went to see Another Round at the bougie cinema down the road from me. And it was really just great. Not only was the film amazing, like such a good film, but also just kind of remembering how good it is to experience a movie in like the way you're meant to. I guess it's the same as last week talking about going to see a photo exhibition and experiencing photography how it's meant to be. It's kind of the same thing, isn't it? I know, like, whenever I watch something at home, I'd give it about 5 minutes before I'm on my phone, scrolling mindlessly, not paying as much attention to the film as I should. And being forced to be in this environment where you just have to focus on the movie is actually really important to me, and the The big screen, the big sound definitely helps too. And you know what? I'm going today as well. Twice in 1 week. There was a trailer when I saw another round for Limbo, and it looked like one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen. The trailer was just like right up my alley, so there happened to be a screening on with a Q&A with the director. I booked tickets. So I definitely was going to film like a proper reaction. I've got my camera right here. I'll be honest, I went to the bougie cinema. We had a couple of beers whilst we were watching it. But do not let this distract you. I honestly think that was probably in my top 3 films I've ever seen. It was like just incredible. Like every aspect of it, the framing, like the shots were so beautiful. But also just like the story and the emotion it took you on. It was funny, but it was heartbreaking. You need to go and see this film. It was so good. Yeah. 2 good films in 1 week. Who would have thought it? I'm becoming a movie guy. I'm on my way to go and do a tattoo trade. Good fun. My second ever tattoo on someone else. Slightly nervous. Who knows how it'll go. Hopefully good. But yeah. We'll see, I guess. So actually the tattoo went pretty well. I think every time I do one, unsurprisingly, I'm getting better. The one I got from Nick, his online name is Richard, is actually really cool as well. It's this Grim Reaper blast over situation. I really like when tattoos layer with each other. I find that really interesting. And I actually find like the positioning of tattoos, there's so many like compositional attributes to thinking about that. It's kind of like laying out photos in a book, but drawings on your skin. So always enjoy that. And just kind of on the topic of this whole video, I think we're going to go through a bit of a teething process of figuring out how to best do this kind of like diaristic vlog situation. It's just like so not second nature for me to film absolutely everything I'm up to, and I think it's just going to be something I get used to over time. So hopefully they're still somewhat entertaining as we figure out this process, and hopefully you enjoyed it to some degree at least. Next week I've actually got like 3 individual shoots in the space of 4 days, so there's definitely going to be more behind the scenes of taking photos. So yeah, stay tuned. And finally, I'd like to thank Squarespace again for sponsoring this video. If you're looking to do anything with a website, whether you need to purchase a domain, start an online store, a blog, or you want to build a website for your business, your portfolio, all of this is made so simple with Squarespace. Squarespace is an amazing all-in-one platform for building websites, and you definitely don't need any prior web building experience to build an amazing professional-looking website. They've got an amazing variety of different themes to get you started, and there also is incredible 24/7 customer support if you do happen to come into any trouble. I feel like by this point, you understand why a website's important. Come on, it's 2021. You need to have a place to call your own on the internet to display your work in the best way possible. And I'm guessing if you're watching this video, you're probably somewhat interested into photography or filmmaking or something like that. So you need a place to display your portfolio that you've been working on. And Squarespace is the perfect place to do this, because it makes it so simple that you can spend the least amount of time faffing around and trying to figure out how to build a website, and the most time out there on the field making the content to fill it with. And what's amazing is if you sign up to Squarespace today using my code negative feedback, you can get 10% off your order, or you can find the link in the description. So thank you very much for watching. I don't know if the next one will be in a week or 2 weeks. We'll have to see, you know, but it'll be soon. It's lit!